Hi guys, how is everybody? Ah, glad to be back. And I didn't want to really talk about Hurricane Helene and or Hurricane Milton. I live in North Carolina now, and I was living in an area that basically got hit. We're okay. No destruction to the rig. But it wasn't. It really was apocalyptic. It was crazy. Never seen anything like it in my life. Hope I never do again. I know that, I used to live in Florida as well. And so they got hit with some crazy tornado action and other things. Here it was like mudslides, flooding. They're still looking for bodies. It was crazy. I've never been through a storm like that. I mean, Long Island, New York, we had, back when I was younger, it was Hurricane Gloria. That was a big one. But I've never seen what I saw since I've been here. So, yeah, pretty crazy. You definitely know who your friends are and who loves you and who's worried about you. This storm changed my life. Like, literally, it changed my life in a way where my perspective has shifted to what is having great gratitude, seeing how the acts of strangers can be um, more generous than your so-called, family members or what you think your friends are. So that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. What matters to me is that it was a wake-up call to a lot of things for me. Not to mention the fact that we were trapped in the park that we live in. And I was trapped with a uber zealot survivalist couple who were missionaries for Christ. So of course when they found out I was a witch, that's a whole nother thing. Like, I mean, I was separate from the storm, but that was just, I couldn't believe it. It was like bam, bam, bam. But you know what, guys? I'm a survivor, always been. Takes a lot to break my spirit, and nothing broke my spirit even through this whole thing. And me and Brian are fine. He's doing great. We're going back to school and work tomorrow. Life continues. I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the people who helped along the way, especially this guy named Tim. He was pretty awesome, and him and his wife helped us, and I can't thank them enough, because if it wasn't for him, um, because they everything was shut. Like, you couldn't get. What are you doing? Don't touch my stuff. I can't. You guys know. I'm not gonna even tell you. If you live in WNC, you know what we've been through. I'm not gonna really talk about my story too much, because I do like to have my privacy to a degree. But I'm gonna let you know. I did post thank yous on my personal page and my Facebook page. So, I mean, strangers came to my aid that were just like angels, and I asked God. I asked the God and Goddess. I was like, send me people who are only going to help me, not hinder me, or not cause more stress, or not cause more harm or upset. The only people that did cause a little trouble were that couple. But luckily, the kids got along great, and that's what was kind of important to me anyway. I didn't really care about the rest of it. I just wanted my son to be happy, and then when they left, he went right back to going to the Boys and Girls Club. So he didn't miss any downtime with friends, or I wanted it to be normal for him. Sorry, my hair's bugging me out. And that was the most important thing, because, I mean, this is the first time he's ever seen anything like this too. He was just like, he handled it like a champ, my son. Amazing, amazing. He's playing video games right now, so if you hear him, that's him. Anyway, what else did I want to say? Well, I mean, so because of this storm, like I said, it's caused me to reflect on what's important and who I'm going to allow in my energy, who I'm going to allow in my life. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. It can really make you understand what's important and what's a drain, And, you know, I mean, just people, you don't need people in your life that are gonna wreak havoc, create lies about you, not support the work that you do, not support you as a person. Who needs that, right? Nobody needs that. I don't need it. I don't want to be like that in my life, because then you don't really love me. You know, I support all my friends and family, and I appreciate them for who they are. I mean, I'm a straight shooter, though. Do I pass judgment? If you're doing something stupid, I'm gonna tell you. If I'm doing something stupid, I'd want someone to tell me. I don't know why I'm ranting about all this. I guess because a lot has happened, and it's opened my eyes to what's true and who are wearing false masks. And the sad part is, a lot of people that I thought were true were wearing false masks, and I'm sad about it because I had to cut them out of my life, and that's not something I wanted to do. I was kind of willing to play the game for a little bit, but when this happened, it just, I don't know, it just made me realize, I'm just gonna leave it down. I cut it today, and it's just acting weird, but you guys know how I am about my hair. It just made me realize that I'm at an age in my life, I'm at a place in my life where I'm not going to tolerate anybody abusing me verbally, mentally, spiritually, physically, or otherwise. I'm not going to tolerate someone attacking my character when it's basically whatever lies they're perpetuating. I'm not going to tolerate the gossip. I'm not going to tolerate inauthenticity, because essentially that's what I am striving always to be, my authentic self. I'm not going to hide who I am. I mean, I'm sorry, but she had that couple, she asked what I did for a living. I was like, here's my card, you know, and she gave me her card, and okay, I was like, great. I'm not going to pretend that I don't do what I do, or the work that I do is not of light and love and God and goddess. And my belief system is just as important as their belief system. I tried to avoid confrontation by saying, listen, you know, as a bartender, because I used to be a bartender a long time ago, the rule was never to talk about sex, politics, or religion. So I said, let's just change the subject. Let's talk about cooking. Let's talk about herbs. Let's talk about, I mean, we're living in the woods. Let's talk about making a fire. Anything but that, you know, because it's going to start trouble. And I'm like, I like you guys, and I really just want us to get along. But it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen. So that taught me a lot too. Because I'm thinking, man, you know, after all these years, these centuries, where witches have been like persecuted, it's still happening. Like, it's still freaking happening. And it kind of made me realize how, you know, that saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. That's exactly how I felt with this. I was just like, you know, this is crazy. Like, this is still a thing. Like, people are still prejudiced. People are still one-sided. People are like, my God is the true God and the one belief. And like, I was just like, man, you know, this is crazy that this is still a thing. And it also made me see how some people aren't evolving and some people are. And I mean, it was just a really, really eye-awakening situation. Hold on one second. I just dropped my... No. My China set. I'm looking... This is my sake set, because I love sushi. I give anything to have sushi right now. But I had to take it out because I was trying to protect it during the storm, just in case. Alright, so where were we? So yeah, I mean, this storm really showed me a lot of things, and it also prepared me for a lot of things too. It's not going to keep me quiet. I'm going to still do my work. I don't care what people think. Don't watch it then. Shut it off. And then as far as like the people who I thought loved me and cared about me and my son and our well-being, you know, if they didn't call, I mean, you have to understand, this storm was crazy. We had dead bodies floating 5 miles away. Like, I mean, they can't even recover all the bodies. when we came to the park, there were trees down everywhere. Of course, I did a little spell for my RV and made sure I protected it and sealed it. And sorry, this is shaking. I'm trying. I protected it and sealed it, and nothing happened to the RV. The RV was so crazy because when we finally after the storm hit, we got stuck at the hotel because there was no way to get out. We were right by the main highway, and all 4 exits were flooded, blocked by trees, blocked by wires, blocked by everything else. So we couldn't leave. And that guy Tim was like, you know what? Why don't we just wait one more day? He's like, we'll check it out tomorrow. And he's like, you know, we'll just hop in the car and we'll just go. So thank God for him, because I was nervous to drive through whatever. He was such a sweetheart too. I mean, he just, you know, just took us under his little wing, and not his little wing, his big wing. He was just like, don't worry, I got you. I was like, I mean, I've always done things on my own, but this was unprecedented. And I was nervous about going back to the RV because I was worried about it being crushed, or I don't know what I was going to find. I didn't know. And where we were staying, it was basically, I don't know how many miles. I'm not good like that, but it's not that far. So the next day, that's what we did. We were like, screw it. We're going to get in the car and go. It was like a scene out of Jumanji. I mean, we were driving, going under trees. We had to take different roads to go. We had to go through Brian's school and go through the back way and then come back out. And then when we came back out, and I saw the main entrance to the park, there was a huge tree blocking the main entrance. You guys, the main entrance, the driveways, like 3 driveways put together. This tree was just right across it. I was like, oh my God. The minute I saw that, I just started crying. Because I was just like, oh my God, please, please let everything be okay. Just seeing the devastation was upsetting to begin with. But then seeing that tree, for some reason, it just, I don't know. It was crazy. So we couldn't get in the main entrance. So I was like, just use the neighbor's driveway. And so we drove up the neighbor's driveway and kind of had to go on around the fence on the grass. And then I was able to see my rig. I was like, oh my God, it's fine. It's fine. Not a tree, not a bunch, not a scratch. I feel really bad though. There's a kid who was a lineman. Well, he is a lineman, and his RV is, kind of like behind mine. He had a tree smack dab in the middle of it, like just crushed it. And the beginning of September, I kept getting visions of trees and trees falling on the RV. And I thought it was my RV, but I must have seen his. But either way, that was what prompted me to evacuate to begin with. I was like, well, I don't care what they're saying about this storm. I keep seeing a tree crushing an RV. We're out. So, thank you, Spirit, for that, you know. And then I also did the protection spell for the RV because I just wanted to make sure my property was safe and everybody was okay. So what else am I saying? All right, so we finally got to the RV. We opened just nothing wrong with it. It was fine. And me and Brian just started crying. The cats were fine. We were fine. Tim was really sweet. He's like, all right, let's go. He's like, we're going to go and get you guys some supplies. Now, I had brought stuff to the hotel, but I didn't think how big this was going to be. And nobody did. Nobody knew we were going to get hit this hard. They haven't been hit that hard in like 100 years. So, nobody was prepared, you know? So we went to the grocery store. We went to Ingles, and there were just lines and lines and lines and lines. Everything was cash. Now, I was prepared for everything. Everything. I had the water. I had some food. I filled my gas up. I had propane. I had all that stuff. The one thing I didn't do was take cash out of my cards. So, luckily for Tim, he was smart. He's one of those survivalists too, but he's a cool one. Not like that couple. He was a sweetheart. In fact, he was there for a conference for, what was it called again? Preppers? It's called Preppers. I'm going to go to the one next year. So, he was going to that. He doesn't live here. He doesn't live, it was just like meant to be. His hotel room was right next to ours. His wife wasn't with him, but she was a sweetheart about all of this. I guess he told her, there's a single mom and her son, and I gotta help them. And she's like, do what you gotta do. So it was really nice. But anyway, so we go to the grocery store. He's like, Carolyn, just get what you need. He's like, I got cash. He's like, and I knew what to get. I was getting beef jerky. I was getting, you know, beef sticks. I was getting canned goods. I was getting instant coffee, you know, stuff like that. Stuff I knew that we could eat. Brian likes bagels. I got him bagels. Just, you know, peanut butter, that stuff. Nuts, anything. Trail mix, lots of snacks. Um, just food that was, and of course, plenty of water. I mean, we got tons of cases. So, and he paid for it. You know, it was just really sweet. Didn't have to do that. You know, he didn't, but he did. And it just, you know, it touched my heart so much. Like, literally, when we came back, I started crying some more and I hugged him and I said, thank you so much. Because if we didn't have that, we probably wouldn't have made it, you know? I mean, as far as like having more stuff, I don't know what would have happened. Um, because even if you wanted to get cash from like a family member or someone could send you cash, they couldn't. There was all deliveries, everything, Amazon, all that stuff. I'm still waiting. My one friend Bill, he's a total sweetheart. He's like, "What do you need? What do you need?" I was like, "I need a generator." So I was like, "I don't have a generator." I was like, "But we're okay." I was like, "I don't really need electric because I'm the type of chick, man. I like candlelight anyway." But and so I just lit up the RV with candles, and you know it's not hot like it is in Florida, so it kind of kept things nice. And then I was building fires outside by the fire pit like every night. But he got me this generator. I still don't have it. It's 10/14. The storm happened on September 27th. So that's just to show you no one could have helped me. So God and Goddess definitely sent Tim my way because he was just very generous and smart about having cash. All right, so let's keep going. Um, and then, you know, after that, it was fine. You know, everything seemingly was fine. And then this stuff with the couple, but luckily, you know, it didn't even matter. When they left, everything was back to normal. Well, seemingly back to normal. Um, we're finally at a place right now around this time where people are going back to work and school. Some people worked through it. They had to. I felt really bad because I do work part-time at CVS and I just couldn't because Brian was home, you know? So, if you were a single parent and you had kids and they were home from school, really not much you could do, you know? I am grateful to that couple for one thing, though, for having those three kids, because my son was able to play with them every day. They kept each other occupied. They played Legos. They played in the creek, you know, just being kids, getting dirty, having fun. So I'm so grateful for that. I just didn't like the other stuff. And that's okay. You know, that's all right. Doesn't matter. All right, so let's keep going. I wanted to do a reading, and believe me, you guys don't even have to hear this story. I'll make sure I separate what I discussed as far as like you know, and I was so on, just really quickly, I was so in survival mode for like 2 weeks straight that I didn't eat, and I literally just maybe had a piece of jerky like once in the morning. um yeah, the worst diet to ever be on. I lost like freaking 19 pounds, and I know, well, I'm wearing my sweatshirt, you can't really see, but I did, I lost some weight. But I'm like, you know what? I think I'm getting hungry again. Bring on the pasta. But it's all good. And then, so, you know, I was really stressed still. And then Milton was coming. And I was so worried about all my friends back in Florida. So, like, here, I'm like, I think maybe I got a little crazy, though, because I started crying to my friend Cynthia on the phone. I was like, Cynthia, I was like, please just, you know, just make sure you move up and just get everything you need. And I think just because I was so uber sensitive about what we went through, that I just was the same way with them. I was like, oh my God. But they got it bad too. I mean, they got hit with tornadoes and crazy shit. I mean, my friends were all okay, but some people definitely not. I mean, devastation. My one friend, Brandy, she said her friend's house got wiped out from a tornado. So, yeah. And then my other friend Jonathan's like, you know, when your number's up, your number's up. And yeah, it's true. I mean, you can't really worry about that stuff. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I don't know. I just think energetically we could, I don't know, lessen the blow somehow. Like I did with my RV, you know, when I shielded it and protected it. And then even with Florida, me and my friend Tiffany, because she's a psychic too. And we talked about it, and I was like, let's just light candles and we'll just surround Florida with white light. And she's like, I'm gonna focus on the East Coast. I was like, well, West is getting hit too, so we just did both. And all that energy helps. It's just, we're not gonna get into what I really want to talk about, like the geo warfare. We're not gonna get into punching holes in the atmosphere, or creating storms to destroy us, or how President Trump is getting attacked and shot at, and there's so much going on. That's a whole nother. I can't even do that right now here. You guys know what's going on, and I always said I'm not a big conspiracy theory person, but it's not to say I don't believe in some of the things that I hear. And plus, I know internally. I mean, I did a reading after COVID about palms itching. Money's coming. I did a reading about when COVID hit, about the storms that were coming and the climatic changes that are just accelerating. It's just going to get worse and worse. It's not going to get better. And what they're basically going to do is destroy the atmosphere so much that it's going to be unbreathable. That's where the dome cities come in. Like and they already have them. I mean, they have them underwater. They have them up on on the surface. But yeah, so I mean, I really need to. I'm gonna really start meditating and see what's what, and give more info. But I'm also afraid to do that too, because I'm not. I don't care what other people think about me. I could give a shit. What I'm afraid of is, people who do that kind of disappear. So I don't want to disappear anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. There's a lot of misinformation, but then some of the information and the videos that are on Facebook are pretty accurate. So just, you guys have to use your discernment. I know that you know, because you guys are lights. You wouldn't be watching this if you weren't. So don't worry about it. It is what it is. It's going to evolve how it's going to evolve. We're living in a very interesting time. I keep telling my friends this. I'm like, listen, I know this is complete fuckery right now. And if you're a soul during this time right now, and you're working on this planet and you're evolving spiritually, and you know about the darkness, and you know about the lights, and you know about the battle between the two, there's a part of me that's like, God, I'm kind of glad I'm a part of it. I'm glad I'm here to see it. I'm glad I'm here to see the transitioning from the old schematic to the new, but then also leading up to utopia. I probably won't live that long to see that, but you never know. Never know. We'll see. All right, let's get quickly into some reads about the collective energy. I have a reading to do at 12, so I only have a half hour. And I didn't mean to drone on about all that stuff, but I did want to kind of talk to you guys about it. It's important to share too. You guys, I love you guys. So I have to be somewhat human and share my stories, right? All right, let's see. I've been using this stone a lot. All right, so Spirit, just what does the collective need to know currently about what do they need to do with all the shifts and changes? Because I keep getting this already. They're like showing me stuff. The timelines are speeding up. They're messing with, oh my God, so crazy. And when I say they, guys, I don't even know who to say they is. Is it Illuminati? Is it like the elites? Is it, who knows? I don't know. But they're messing with, my spirit guide is saying, the infrastructure of condensed time. I have no idea what that means, so just hear me out. Expanding it to manipulate the speed of time and to also slow it down. But that's something we all inherently that my spirit guide's like, we all inherently have that power. But the problem is that they're using technology given to them by alien nations, alien whatever, but they're using it in the wrong way. And I think that's why, some aliens that are coming to the planet, they're going to be coming more in a force, because they're going to be like, you know what? We gave you this gift, but you're using it in the wrong way, and you're hurting people. So it's crazy. This is So and every time when I showed this, it's not a figure eight anymore. It used the timelines they used to show me used to be a figure eight. Now it's more like, how was it? Like this. It's like this. It's like they created another loop. And and this loop, see these two lines I'm doing, this loop is a break in the time. So they can, it's almost like these two dashes that I just drew are like doorways to other times, past or future. So they can do this. They're doing this. And then they're showing me the atmosphere and how there's all these holes or rips in them. Like they're starting to punch holes in the atmosphere. And these holes are wreaking havoc on the atmosphere, creating these storms. But I also feel like they're doing something else, like these chemical. I was talking to my friend Geraldine about it. Like people are talking about those blue balls that are dropping. It's like this gel stuff, and it's like things that they're putting in the atmosphere to cause reaction. And then we see these strange clouds. I mean, there's all these different things that you guys are seeing, right? I don't know what it is. All I know is that they're fucking with the atmosphere. That's all I know. And I do feel like I'm worried about Florida. I'm worried about anything on the coast, anything on the, and they're only showing me America. I'm not getting the rest of the world right now, but because I'm an American, I live in America. So any coastline is going to be flooded with water. You know, living by the water is not going to be the best thing for anybody within the next 5 to 10 years. Tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, water spouts, mudslides, rocks just, cracking and falling. I mean, utter earthquakes. Earthquakes in the ocean creating the tsunamis. It's just they show me storm after storm after storm. And they're not normal storms. They're like cataclysmic storms like we've seen in Florida with all those tornadoes. I've never seen that many tornadoes in Florida. I've been there 11 years. And I talked to one of my friends who's lived there their whole life. They're like, never like this. Never. There's a purpose behind what they're doing, obviously. Natural resources. That's what my guides are like, yes, they want the resources. But they don't understand. Like this is, and that when I brought up that reading that I did during COVID about Gaia and how she's fighting back, she will fight back. They're only going to destroy us, everybody. They're not gonna, if they think they're gonna survive what they're doing, it's just like when they manufactured COVID and the Chinese did in the lab, right? They probably did it thinking, okay, we're gonna send it there. We're not gonna get hit. They got hit. Everybody got hit. It's crazy. So I mean, who's to say what their minds are thinking? Like it's like I'm not seeing like some evil geniuses twirling their mustache. I want to destroy it. No, it's more like I don't think they realize what they're doing. They think they do because they're egos and they're so elite and they think that they know everything. But it's going to be a rude awakening, man, because I'm telling you right now, they're not going to reach their goal, number one. The lights are going to outshine them, and we're going to defeat whatever this darkness is that they're trying to pull. I don't know why they're bringing this up, but I have to say it. So my spirit guides are saying there's something about women and children and pregnancy. Like, it's almost like they're trying to stop the population growth that way as well. So that could, and with all the tampering with the food and our water and I mean, remember, like in my book, I know I'm all over the place, guys. I'm sorry because the information is just flowing. I wrote in my book a long time. I wrote my book in 2014. Psychic Witch. It's not the psychic. It's the Psychic Witch. Matt Aroon wrote Psychic Witch way after I wrote my book. That's a whole other story. Not that I don't, wish him ill. I just think it's funny. But anyway, so I wrote my book in 2014, and in the back of the book, I have premonitions, and I wrote about how the destruction of the bees, like how they were going to make these robotic bees, and that they were going to use these robotic bees to colonize, and that they were collecting seeds because they knew these plants are going to be extinct. And they showed me this building where literally, and they probably already have this. I don't know if they do or not. I'm no fucking clue. I'm just telling you what I see. They showed me it's like a vault, and they open up this vault, and there's vials and vials and vials of like seeds and essential oils and flowers and pods and like everything that you can use to repopulate a planet. We all know that that's the plan, right? So it's probably going to be Mars. I don't know. There might be. I think there's another planet. I forget. It's like ED something. Who knows? But for us, for those who are spiritually humbled, for those of us who love planet Earth, I love planet Earth. Fuck these people. Why are you fucking with this cute little planet, you know? I want to be one of those people that help the Earth. I want to be one of those people that help it by vibration, by energy, by helping others. We all have a part to play. It doesn't have to end this way. I don't feel like it will. I don't. There was a time where I thought it would. I was like, you know what? I'm telling you, Earth schematic's going to end, and then that's it. We're just going to go to another planet. But my one friend Katie's like, how do you know, though? Maybe we're going to be able to fix her, and it'll be utopia, and that will be the new Earth. And God, I hope she's right. I really do. I really do. Because, you know, there's so many questions. Everybody has an answer for everything. Nobody has the real answers. I don't either, you guys, but I'm just telling you what I'm getting. I mean, I just have to say it. So they are saying that the best thing... So, Spirit, what do we need to do? What's the best thing that we can do? So right away, they're saying just raise your vibration. Continue to raise your vibration. Continue to heal. Hands-on healing. Put your hands on the earth. Continue to join groups that are... about collective energy. Do not let them steal your energy, because that's another thing they're doing. That's another thing. I was talking to, who was I talking to about? Oh, I think it was Cynthia. How I was like, yeah, they're using our energy against us, like, because we're going through all these devastating things, and so of course that's negative energy. You're losing hope, and you're crying, and you're sad, and it's like they're sucking that energy. Did you guys ever see that movie, Doctor Sleep? It's the next movie after The Shining. Watch that movie, because what they do is, unfortunately, it's upsetting, because that does have to do with kids, but they need that pure energy, that pure spirit, and so they hurt these children, and then they suck their energy up, and they take it to live longer and thrive on it, and it's just crazy. It's so messed up. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting with what they're trying to do here. They're like, anybody they consider not elite, like, you know, lower class, middle class, poor, whatever. That's why AI was created, because they don't want us anymore. They're going to just have AI robots. All this is going to bite them in the ass anyway. I'm not really worried about it. This is probably the weirdest reading I've ever done. I'm so sorry, but I mean, so much has happened and I'm not telling you something you guys don't know. You guys all know this. I just never talked about it. But if you did get my book and you saw the premonitions in the back, then you'll understand that I've kind of always known. I've just never really talked about it. So let's just say that. Well, I mean, let's talk about some good stuff, because Spirit's like, well, tell them about the good stuff, though, because all is not lost. Just because they're fucking around with what they're doing doesn't mean we're not fucking around either. A lot of people are building up homesteads. We talked about this. Growing their own food. They're starting to learn that they're getting poisoned. So they're using herbal remedies, and you know, the people that have always done it, God bless them, you know. I love this chick, Allie Kroger. You gotta check her out. She's on Facebook. She's like the best, man. I mean, and her, and who's the other one that I love? The older woman. Oh, I forget her name. She's so awesome. I know you guys know her too. She's got long gray hair. Let me see if I can find her real quick, because that's gonna drive me crazy, because I know her name. I follow her like crazy. Let me see. Oh, maybe it's because this is my personal page. Let me go to my business page, because I follow her there, and she's just so amazing to me. She's like so wise. I got her book too. Where are you, honey?
It's a zodiac-based calendar that includes the lunar phases and actions.
Yeah, dude, Witch's calendar's been around forever.
The most common sets. No.
What?
I don't have any cats.
So much bullshit. Hold on.
They're magical.
Hold on, guys.
Right here.
I'm gonna find her, and I'll put it in the comments, I guess. No, her name's not Diane. It's something else.
I am loving this new.
All right, let me see if I can search pages. Just bear with me. She hasn't posted anything in a while. That's what's so weird. I also like this other woman, the Aeroponic Tower channel. She grows everything for herself. And mushrooms, she's really good with mushrooms. That's why I started, not those kind of mushrooms. I mean, like, food for food. I don't do those mushrooms. That's not for me. It's for some people. There's no judgment here. It's just not for me. Um, Come on, Mama. Oh, dang it. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll say who she is later. Okay, so they're just saying that's what we're doing, and we're gonna look, man, buy land, buy some land, get some friends together, build a homestead with your friends. I would love it if my friends are like, hey, you want to chip in and get some land? Yeah, hell yes, I do. Hell yes. And everybody has a gift. It's kind of funny. And you're gonna make fun of me when I tell you some of the stuff that I can do. But I'm really good with the herbal stuff, right? Because I have my master herbalist degree. I'm still learning though every day. I'm learning about mushrooms now, and I'm also learning about foraging and things like that. But I actually know how to basket weave. I know I'm such a nerd, but I love stuff like that. And I know, like, well, there's only one thing I'm not gonna be able to do. I'm not gonna kill like the animals and like skin them, and I can't do that. Leave that to the men. But I could build a fire, and I could do all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's certain things. What I'm saying is that everybody's going to bring a gift. Like everybody has an internal gift that they don't talk about, but they're able to do, and it adds to the group, and it's like, oh well, that one, she was like a nurse and assisted doctors in, so she, if we have problems with anybody getting hurt, she can help with that. Oh, he worked at a dentist office, so if somebody has a bad tooth, he can just yank that sucker out. Like just those kind of things. If someone, with the cooking and the washing and the cleaning, all that stuff, it's all gonna happen again. And it's not like we're going to be living like animals, because I feel like we're going to have solar. We're going to have, water is going to be running differently. It's not going to be through, it's just a different system. Remember how windmills, they used to have that. So we're going to harness Mother Nature, again, to help, propel the energy that we need. But unfortunately, the higher ups are going to be fucking with the atmosphere. So it's really going to make it difficult. It's going to be this tug of war. And we're in it. I mean, we've been doing it. It's just getting worse. It's becoming more obvious. It's more evident. Yeah, the battle continues, you guys, I don't have the answers. I don't know. I really need to meditate on it and see what's going on or what's what. But there's no way anybody can predict what's going to happen, how things will unfold. Like, for the storm, everybody's like, didn't you know it was coming? As honestly, the only thing I kept seeing from the start of September 1st, I was kind of like feeling stuff. Like my stomach was hurting, I was nauseous, but I was also like in this protective mode. I was like, I just got to protect us. I have to, something's coming. I feel like I have to protect me and Brian and the house and the cats. And so I kind of just got this kind of weird feeling of making sure that we had what we needed, making sure that we were safe. And then when I started seeing images of trees falling, that was probably 2 weeks before the storm hit. And I was like, fuck. So when they told us about Helene, I was like, well, we have to evacuate because I'm not going to die in this tin can. It's not going to happen. So, that's all I saw, though. They didn't show me mudslides. They didn't show me, people dying. I didn't see any of that, thankfully. It's not that I haven't seen stuff like that in the past, but just the tree falling on a rig, I thought it was mine because it's funny. His rig is the same color as mine. And so, it's like a soft brown. And so when I saw it, all they showed me was the top. And the tree was like literally cut in between. Um, I can't show you his, I'm sorry, but it is back there. And in fact, they haven't taken the tree off because of, insurance purposes. So they're waiting to do that. But, yeah, I mean, crazy. Like, I can't even tell you. Um, and then even I want to bring up stuff with that couple. There's one thing she probably doesn't know that I know that she did, but she used my bathroom and she wrote a cross on my mirror. So, of course, you know, I love crosses. I'm not against crosses. I'm not against Jesus, God, the angels. I believe in God. I believe in a goddess. I believe in angels, you know. But how dare you come into my home and do that? You didn't have permission to do that. Plus, I already protected my house anyway. But so after I saw that, went back to her place. We hung out there later. I didn't tell her that I saw what she did. Of course, I'm not gonna. I didn't want to stir up trouble, but I was like, "Can I use your bathroom?" So I used her bathroom, and I put a pentacle on her mirror. I know. I'm sorry, but come on, you know. I guess when she walked in, she saw all my stuff because look, man, you know, I got Lilith right in the corner. She's she's a scary bitch. You don't fuck with Lilith. And then I have but I have Aphrodite. Look at Aphrodite. She's so beautiful. This is Aphrodite. Isn't she pretty? I love her. She's like one of my favorites. I'm trying to evoke love into my life. Okay, so you guys, I mean that's really all I got right now. I'm gonna do a reading for the collective, or maybe I'll do it by the signs. It's just I gotta do this. I gotta do this reading now. I do have 15 minutes though. Maybe I could bang out something real quick. All right, let's try something real quick. I got time. I gotta read this one girl, Lexi. She was supposed to have a reading with me before our hurricane hit, and then obviously I couldn't do it because I was dealing with that. And then I rescheduled with her, but then she got hit with Milton, so we had to reschedule again. Okay, Aries, real quick message for Aries spirit. What do they need to know? I'm hearing the words let go. So there's something you need to let go of, Aries. It's blocking your divine path. It's keeping you from achieving what it is you're setting out to do. I do feel like it has to do with like a love relationship or possibly just a relationship with someone who is wreaking havoc in your life. And it's just time to let go of that person. Once you let go of that person, you're going to be good. You can't let fear stop you, they're saying. You need to just cut it. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sag. Leo, you're doing great. You know, you're optimistic. You have a lot of plans ahead. I feel like you're really focused on what it is you're here to do, your mission in life, your career, finances. You know, I mean, you're opening up to some newer connections, which I feel like are going to help in some way with business. So that's good. I feel like family relationships are great. Love relationships seems fine. I'm not getting anything negative there. Money's going to be looking really good by the end of 2025. Okay, Saggies. Sag, there's been a lot of like confusion around you, and I don't think it's you as much as the people around you confusing you. And so it's keeping you from taking that leap that you normally take. Like normally fear isn't one of your things. And it's not to say that you're afraid. It's more like this energy of like second guessing yourself. But that's because it's outside voices telling you shit. Stop listening to them. Inward. Always look inward. So they're telling me go back to meditation, go back to balancing yourself, listening to your inner voice. Do not trust the people around you right now. There's something squirrely going around about either at work or even family or love relationships. All right, Cancer. Cancer, there's an aspect of you that is dying. Don't take it literally. What I mean by that is you're shedding the old self, I feel, and you're embracing the new. So it's almost like if you did make changes in your life, it's totally beneficial. It's making such a beautiful change that it's going to heal a lot of the past hurt that you've been through. So I see a lot of reflection coming up over the next month. I see a lot of asking myself, is this the correct path for me? Like you're really starting to be more philosophical about your take on life and where your life is going. And that includes every area of your life: work, love, friendships, family. Good stuff. I like it. It's gonna hurt, but I also feel like it's gonna be good. Don't go near the camera, kid. All right, love you. Sorry for the bouncing. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, there's a toxic situation going on, so much so that it's making you sick. So, I mean, Scorpio, you're a water sign. You need to at least make sure that you're cleansing yourself. Definitely take like spiritual baths, or there's something like where I feel sticky. Like I'm constantly getting attacked or judged or ridiculed, or at least I feel that way. I'm an empath. I'm saying I, but I really mean you. Um, so if that's what's going on, Scorpio, you need to cut that bullshit out of your life. And if you can't get away from it, well, you have to. I mean, spiritually, you just have to, because it's going to be the thing that is. I'm hearing the word demise. I'm not saying that you're going to die from this, but I'm telling you right now, something's got to change in your environment because it's not serving your higher self or your spirit. You're being very affected by it. You have to get out of that environment and put yourself in a better one. Okay, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. I kind of feel like you're keeping to yourself right now. It's almost like you're shielding yourself, you're grounding your energy, you're protecting your energy. There's a lot going on emotionally. I do feel like I think there's a solar or lunar eclipse coming in your sign. I don't know. I'd have to check the calendar. But so it's going to cause these like fluctuations in mood, in energy. Who can I trust? Who I can't trust? My feelings are distorted. I'm looking through a distorted mirror. It's almost like, it's not saying it's you. I feel like right now you don't know what to make of anything because everything seems very obscured. So I feel like just keep yourself in your safe environment just for a couple of weeks. I'm not saying hide from the world. I'm just saying protect yourself, protect your energy. Don't seek out trouble or people that say you don't get along with, or don't seek out arguments at work or with family members. Just try and keep it zip just for a week or two, okay? I feel like everything's gonna feel back to normal come November. Okay, so we did water signs, fire signs. Now we need to do air signs and earth. So let's do earth. Taurus. Oh, Taurus. Taurus, yeah, I mean, you're very grounded, which is good. Very stoic. You're keeping your feelings to yourself to a firm degree, because I think that when you do share your feelings, because it comes out like abrupt or direct, people don't react as kindly as you want them to, I guess. But you're not going to change who you are. You are who you are. So right now, you're just keeping your mouth shut. You're like, I'm not going to stir up any trouble, but this is how I feel, A, B, and C. You're going to be avoiding a lot of people, I kind of feel. It's not even about protecting your energy. It's because you don't give a shit anymore. Because I think you realize that people don't want to hear the truth. They want to wear their masks, and that's how they want to do it. And you're not about that. That's not you. Playing the game is not what you like to do unless it involves money. You'll play the game if you have to, but it's only because, you have to work a job or something. Like maybe your boss is a complete asshole and you're just like, I got to put up with this shit because I got to pay my bills. But when I go home at the end of the day, you mean nothing to me. As far as love, you're kind of working on self love right now, Taurus. I'm not seeing, if you are in a relationship, everything's fine. It's the same old, same old. But I do feel like if you're not, you're kind of just more about loving yourself and cultivating that self love first. If you're single, so love is coming though. I mean, I kind of feel like you may be dating, but nothing's really hitting. That kind of a feeling. That's okay. We got time. We got time. Virgo. Virgo, you guys are going to be shining like a beacon. By the end of this month, everything's taking a beautiful shift. I feel like work is going to be amazing. Money's going to be amazing. New love is coming in. Just happiness. And it might be also because you finally get it. You're just like, you know what? I've been doing good. I've been going with the rhythms. I'm going with my spiritual flow. And everything is just flowing beautifully right now for you. They are saying watch out for sensitivity. Like, don't let your emotions override your logic. That's one thing I'm getting. But I feel like other than that, it's going to be beautiful. That makes me happy because my friend Cynthia is a Virgo. All right, Capricorn. That's me. All right, well, it's not just me. It's every Capricorn. So what about my Capricorns? Work, work, work. doing other than just work? Well, listen, there's a lot of you that I feel like you want to get ahead of the game. There's something that you want to accomplish, but you know that your time is limited and you have to get it done. You got to get it going. But you guys always feel that way. Like I feel that way. So there's this whole thing about work, making that money, making that coin, replenishing. I'm hearing replenishing lost funds. So maybe some of you did a bad deal or something, or maybe you took a hit financially, and so now you have to fix that. I know I certainly did. You know, I was out of work for a month, my part-time job, and then I couldn't really do readings. I was getting some here and there, but you know, I just couldn't. I just couldn't. But so that's what I'm getting for Cappies. I do see you guys dating, but really it's not that important just yet. And it's funny. It's almost like you're like, we'll wait till after winter's over and when spring hits, we'll start dating. That sounds accurate. So I mean, it's just right now you're gonna kind of hibernate for the winter, do what you need to do, and then do your glow up when spring hits. Winter's gonna be very productive for you. So don't feel like I'm saying, oh, you're gonna be hiding. No, you're still gonna be working. You're gonna be making, you know, some big changes with your work, your business, whatever it is that you got. And I see just money just growing, growing, growing. And then by spring, it's just like poppity pop pop. Okay. All right. Let's see. How much time do I got? I got 5 minutes. Okay. So air signs: Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I think I got everybody right. I hope I did. All right. Libra, they're saying you got to get off your lazy butt and make a move. If there's somebody that my Libras like and they're not making a move, they're not saying anything. What is wrong with you? If you have feelings for somebody, how are they supposed to know? So Spirit, I'm almost annoyed by it because like Spirit's like they are like smitten with this person. They don't have the guts to say anything. They're worried about rejection. Who gives a shit? How many times do I tell you guys? How many times have I been rejected? Who cares? You got to take your shot, man. Got to shoot your shot. Not in that way, but you know what I mean. So yeah, take the risk, Libra. Okay, love's there for you if you want it. Ooh, dang. Ooh, no. I'm scared now. Whenever there's wind, I get scared. This isn't that bad, but we do have a wind advisory, so you know, and the trees are. Sorry, Gemini, don't take this the wrong way, but there's a lot of toxic shit going on. I don't know what they're kind of giving me this feeling like I need to do a cleanse or I need to start eating healthy. There's something about health here. Like my health is not up to par. So if you're having, hold on one second. Sorry. Okay. So if you're having issues with your health, you need to just go to the doctor, or maybe you just need to go back to the gym, or maybe you just need to cut out the fat or eat better. But there's something about my health and that it's I need to work on that. So it's not to say that, you know, maybe it's nothing right now, but it's something that you're thinking about doing. So I feel like it's positive, but you need to get going, you know, start. That's a weird message. Sorry, Gems. I thought I'd get something else. Aquarius. Aquarius. You guys are going to be fine. I feel like a lot of good things in the coming month. Happy family. I'm hearing happy wife, happy life. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you are deepening a commitment with somebody. I feel like the kids are good. If you have children, I feel like everything's fine. It seems to be flowing in the right direction. But there's a part of you that's waiting for the ball to drop. So Spirit's like, come on, just go with the ride, man. We have to enjoy the highs when we have them because there's more lows than highs, people. Look, this is Earth. It's the hardest fucking school on the planet. I mean, this planet is the worst. But I still love it, and I still love the lessons. And if we look at those lessons and those things that we go through, not as like, why am I going through this? More like, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the experience. So I mean, just enjoy your happiness right now. Don't be so in your head. I know that's a lot to ask of an Aquarius, but don't be so in your head. I mean, let's face it though. Pluto's leaving Capricorn. It's going as your sign. I'm like, thank God. Because I'm done with that shit. So now it's your turn. But we'll see. We'll see what the energy does, you know? Right now, I feel like everything's good. You guys are great. Okay. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I love you, and yeah. I mean, a lot has happened, and I just want to say to those who had to deal with Helene and those who had to deal with Milton, I'm so glad that you and your loved ones are safe. And if you have lost people, um, I'm so sorry for your loss because it was very devastating to everybody. And I don't know what to say about that. You know, I mean, there's people still missing, and I can't even imagine. That's a whole nother thing, but I don't want to talk about that now because I do have to go. I love you guys so much. Blessed be, and I'll get more videos out. Okay, bye.